It is public knowledge that Zimbabwe government is struggling actually to keep the health infrastructure in Zimbabwe intact and to deliver health-related services, affordable or free services to Zimbabwe. And guess what? The government of Emerson Mnangagwa undertook a decision to actually turn down the offer of about 350 million US dollars in funding, which could have transformed the health sector of Zimbabwe, citing the fact that the US wanted to have the medical data of the citizens, as well as also of which these are issues that are immaterial, and also saying they would have betrayed the World Health Organization and multilateralism if they accept that funding of is mere arrogancy. Mnangagwa and other government officials within ZANU-PF, they don't use local facilities. In fact, they are transferred to other countries to receive medication. And yesterday, when the revelations that the government of Zimbabwe had turned down the offer of America, the America's embassy in Zimbabwe quickly issued a statement, and I'll be reading that statement, withdrawing all funding. It says the United States regret government of Zimbabwe decision on health assistance to Zimbabwe. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonimpani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So it's written Harare, Zimbabwe. The government of Zimbabwe has communicated its decision to withdraw from negotiations on a proposed bilateral health memorandum of understanding MOU with the United States. The MOU would have provided 367 million over 5 years to support Zimbabwe's priority health programs, including HIV and AIDS treatment and prevention, tuberculosis, malaria, maternal and child health, and disease outbreak preparedness. We believe this collaboration would have delivered extraordinary benefits for Zimbabwean communities, especially the 1.2 million men, women and children currently receiving HIV treatment through US-supported programs, said US Ambassador to Zimbabwe, Pamela Tremont. We will now turn to the difficult and regrettable task of winding down our health assistance in Zimbabwe. The proposed MOU represented the largest potential health investment in Zimbabwe by any international funder and was built on a co-funding model designed to ensure sustainability and a path towards self-reliance. The MOU asked Zimbabwe to gradually increase its own health funding alongside US support, building on more than 1.9 billion in US health support to Zimbabwe since 2006. That is directly responsible for Zimbabwe reaching the UNAIDS 95-95-95 goals. It goes on to say 16 African countries have so far signed health collaboration MOUs with the United States, which represent over 18.3 billion in new health funding, including more than 11.2 billion in US assistance, alongside 7.1 billion in core investment from recipient countries. The United States has a responsibility to American taxpayers to invest their resources where mutual accountability, transparency, and shared commitment are guaranteed. So that's the statement that came through the United States of America embassy. Let me just take comments. I see a lot of people who are actually ignorant of multilateralism and also cooperations, especially with the superpower. You survive outside the influence of the United States of America. That is the honest truth. It dominates global markets. It dominates, in fact, all global development interventions. And Zimbabwe is already struggling in its health sector due to corruption. If we had a government that was cleanly administered, maybe we would say this is a good decision. But are we thinking about people who are currently on ART treatment? The government of Zimbabwe has never funded that treatment. It has always been the United States of America which contributed in terms of the reduction of HIV infections in Zimbabwe. It was never an intervention for the government. Now the US was saying, okay, in order to continue supporting you, it doesn't have to be free this time around. You have also to open doors for us to also trade with you. You have to open doors for transparency. We want to know where this money goes to. I think before that was not done. If you give someone your money, definitely you want to know whether that money reached the intended recipients, who are the people of Zimbabwe. So the government of Zimbabwe trying to be arrogant, and obviously this will affect the poor of the poorest. It will not. I know a lot of ignorant people. They actually hate United States of America support. I mean, if you are supporting anyone, even China, the actually loans that they are giving to Zimbabwe, they have got conditions. Why Zimbabwe hates the conditions of the United States is because it is political conditions, such as make sure that you respect the rights of your citizens. China's conditions are economical. We give you this, you also give us this in exchange. We don't care whether you stay in power forever. We don't care about the human rights of your country. All we care about is to actually extract your resources underground. If you can actually do that, then we will give you loans. I mean, the relations will continue until forever. China would be becoming more and more rich. Zimbabwe would be poorer and poorer. Now, politicians will continue to make statements of beneficiation in terms of mineral resources, knowing that they are busy selling raw materials. As we are speaking today in Zimbabwe, this language is spoken, but a lot of raw material is transported out of Zimbabwe to China, and China is the biggest winner, especially lithium. It is taking a lot of lithium. It took almost all the diamonds in Zimbabwe. And did that money benefit the people of Zimbabwe? About 15 billion was never accounted for to the state coffers. You can see that 15 billion, the impact that it could have done to Zimbabwe if we had a government that is pro-people. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okancubo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet